Yo, what is up everybody? This is K-Rail reporting live from my living room in Park City, Utah. Today I'm changing the game a little bit. What I've been doing recently is shooting some videos, popping them onto Facebook, and letting y'all be left to your own devices. Today, I'm going to do a little tutorial on something that's very cool, which is towel drills. So when you're home and you're abandoned and you're quarantined and you're all these things that you don't want to be right now, you can get very creative and still build resistance by finding objects that are laying around the house and use them to your advantage. And I am a master at this. So one thing I like to do sometimes to get some resistance if I'm traveling or if I'm in a far off reaching land is I'll find a towel, I'll find some water jugs, and I'll slip the towel through them and I'll use it for resistance. So without any further ado, let's step back and I'll show you. And by the way, yes, I'm shirtless because I just got done working out. It's hot in here and I've got nothing to hide. And summer's right around the corner and you're gonna see a million videos of me shirtless outside, so why not just get started early? Anyway, here we go. Towel. Basic, simple. It could be raggedy, it could be junky, it could be in your garage, it could be in your basement, it doesn't matter. The junkier the better. I like rusty kettlebells, I like beat up objects like this, towels. You all of a sudden just repurposed it and found use for it before you chucked it and threw it away. Now, towel, water jug. Towel, water jug, towel. See that? Actually, I'm doing a bicep curl right now, by the way, FYI. The standard water jug, 8 pounds. All of a sudden, you got 8 pounds of resistance here. Towel, weaved through the handle. All of a sudden, turn this sucker around, so the handle's facing that way. Now, bring it to the back of your back like this, put your arms in tight, and guess what? You just created resistance for squats. You can then do squats, come up, and do a crossover elbow to knee like this. Whew. How fancy is that? You can also take said towel and weave it through not 1, but 2 jugs. Then, pick that sucker up, swing it to your back, bang, squats. Now you have 16 pounds of resistance. You see where I'm going with this? Then you can do 3 jugs, and all of a sudden you've got 24 pounds of resistance. Then you can do other drills. You can weave the towel through your jugs and make a little grip challenge like this, and then you can do 1-arm rows. And then you can bring it up like this, press it up over your head. I'm gonna back up a little so you can see me. And you can do windmills. Also now we're doing a core exercise. And then you can do tighten up your grip a little more, hoist it to your side, and then you can do a side press. Press as you go down, tuck it in as you come up. Then you can do a bed press. Come all the way up. Boom. So you can reel off about 5 of those in a row. Bring them right back to the back of your back again, and go right back into your squats. Then you can switch arms and do the other side. I'm huffing and puffing right now. So you can do magical, amazing things at home if you just get a little more creative. And also, you can replace the water in those jugs. Okay, let me catch my breath here. With some kind of other aggregate such as sand or gravel or both to make them even heavier. So instead of 8 pounds, you can conceivably put about probably 15 to 20 pounds in 1 jug. If you have some stuff outside floating around that you can put in there to add more resistance. So never think that you don't have an option out there to work out with. The body by itself and creative things like that are going to take you a long way during this whole time of quarantine. So I want to get that off my chest, no pun intended. Now I want to talk about a couple other things. Let's talk about, I took some notes actually. I've got a big problem with this whole social distortion thing. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say social distortion? Yes, social distortion. Everyone else calls it social isolation. Some people call it, social distancing is the politically correct way of saying it. I don't look at it that way. I look at it as social distortion because, yes, we have to stay away from people because we don't want to spread the germs and the virus and the whole 9 yards. I get it, I understand that. But it's also distorting a lot of people's concept. And for people who are already battling with such issues as depression, anxiety, alienation, living by themselves, living alone, that don't have a huge connection with other people, that is a very bad thing. The rates of suicide are already starting to accelerate. The rates of anxiety and depression, etc., are starting to accelerate, and that bothers me. That bothers me a lot. Luckily, we're starting to weave our way out of winter into spring right now. The days are going to start getting more sunny. I highly encourage all of you out there, get outside every single day that you can. My friend Bob the other day texted me. I was sitting here writing an article on my chair, all comfy cozy, on Sunday, and he's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" I said, "I'm doing good, I'm working on an article." He said, "Do you have time to come outside for 2 minutes and say hello?" And I was like, "Are you here?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Just come up to the door." He's like, "No, come outside." So I go outside, and he's parked on an adjacent street to my apartment. And literally he walked up, and he stood 10 feet away from me, and we sat there and chatted. I laid down on the sidewalk because the sun was out. And I realized how bizarre things have gotten these days. But I will say this, it was so refreshing to see a friendly face. I mean, I've been locked up in my apartment for weeks now with no human contact. I haven't been to the gym, haven't been anything. I've been out picking up trash with some friends, but everyone is so like distancing themselves from everybody. My question is, what's going to happen when this is all over with? Are we still going to have that mindset where it's stuck in our head that we have to distance ourselves from people? Or are we going to be like, we can't wait to like latch onto people and grab onto them and hug them? Or are you going to have a fear that you're going to get sick or you're going to have a virus or something? I'm trying to tell you, don't let that happen. Don't be overrun with fear. Try to get around people as much as you possibly can while following the confines of the law in your local county or your local area. Get outside, get some sun, get your feet bare, walk across your lawn. I don't care if it's cold. Just walk across your lawn for 30 seconds and come back. Homeostasis. Negative ions get absorbed through your feet, puts your body into homeostasis. All your systems get balanced. Your brain function improves. Your organ function improves. Your hormones balance. Magic starts to happen. So I'm encouraging you to do that right now because I don't want you to be part of the statistics that are starting to climb really fast. And another reason for all this anxiety and this depression, these other things that are going on is because small businesses are getting cleaned out right now. Zero business, $0 coming in, expenses going out. Obviously, it makes sense. Depression is going to really kick in. I believe it was Tennessee has a really high rate of suicide right now, and it was melting my heart when I was reading about it the other day, and I was so disgusted and sad about it, and I feel so helpless. But what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to put as much positive chi out there in the earth and in the world as I possibly can right now, and I highly encourage all of you to do the same. Don't get up in the morning and worry about how bad things are. Worry about, what am I going to do today to do something good to promote other happiness and other health and other good things for the world and for those around me that don't have the same motivation level that I have? How can I contribute to the solution and not the problem? That's always where you should be focused. So think about that. Now, I also want to talk about something else very interesting. So when this whole thing started, the first couple weeks, I was seeing all these memes floating around about people getting fatter, people getting more out of shape, people eating around the clock, people complaining like, oh, I just eat all day long and blah, blah, blah. Woe is me. Okay, well, in my opinion, now is the perfect time to start learning how to fast. And that's basically what I do all the time. I do time-restricted eating. I do longer fasts once a month. Speaking of which, this happens to be Holy Week. In the event that you're any type of religious or Christian or anything like that, I was brought up Catholic. I'm no longer anymore. I'm more Christian now. And I have more of a spirituality angle than anything else. However, it still is Holy Week. So, how more opportune of a time would it be to invoke a nice little fast this week? So, I am going to be doing a fast from Wednesday to Friday. I have a couple friends on board as well. And I'm inviting all of you not to necessarily go 48 hours, especially if you've never fasted a day of your life. You're not going to make it 48 hours, I promise you. I don't even recommend you do it. When I work with people, I start them out gradual and I build them up. But what I'm asking is for you to do some form of fast on Wednesday, starting Wednesday. Whether it's 12 hours, 16 hours, 18 hours, 20 hours, 24, XYZ, or you want to go the whole 48 with me if you have a little bit of fasting experience under your belt. I'm inviting all of you to do a little bit of fast this week. Not for any other reason, not that I'm pushing any kind of religious, initiatives on you or anything like that. Just because I started adding this up the other day and I'm like, for me, it is super, super, super easy to maintain a time-restricted eating schedule during this quarantine and to do longer fasts. Absolutely a piece of cake. Normally, when I'm running around the town and I'm going to the gym and I'm coming back and I'm writing articles, I'm doing these things and I'm exposed to more people, food is like always brought up. I see people slugging down smoothies during training sessions. I smell like smoothies being made. I smell peanut butter and bananas at the gym. That stuff that's very hard to, if you don't have a lot of discipline when it comes to fasting, it's hard to maintain fast and not get like hungry or get a hunger spike or want to eat when you're exposed to that kind of stuff. Well, that's all gone right now. So I'm exposed to nothing. I'm exposed to me. It's really simple to read a book if you're absolutely like getting hungry. Go for a walk if you're getting hungry. Drink a ton of water, like chug it until you feel like full, until your stomach feels like there's a bowling ball in it. Eat sea salt. I do that all the time. These little tricks of the trade can curb your appetite in 2 seconds, and they can help you, they can help prevent you from gaining weight and help you stay on track if you have a fasting protocol that you're following. Not to mention, now's the perfect time to learn how to fast because think about the long-term picture. All the benefits of fasting are there. I'm not going to go into the deep science about it. I just talk about them usually on a regular basis. However, what happens after this is over and then you go back to your normal lifestyle and then you start flying again, you start going places, whatever. All of a sudden, if you teach yourself how to fast now and how to live on more of a minimalist type food angle, you're going to be less nervous about making sure you eat breakfast when you go fly somewhere, making sure you have meals, making sure you have coffee, making sure you have all these provisions laid out for you and set up for you. If you're going to go camping or if you're going to go on a long road trip, you're going to be less dependent on all these things. Look at this as an advantageous time to flip some switches in your brain and become more minimalist. That's what I'm getting at. I've had a minimalist attitude for a long time now, and I just don't see the benefit of having all these possessions all the time around you, most of which people don't even really utilize. Fancy wristwatches and like just stuff laying around all the time. Just look at what you currently have. Do this. Like, sit down and take like 30 minutes to look deep inside and be like, what do I absolutely have to have that's in my house right now, and what don't I need? And I suggest you start doing a little publisher's clearinghouse and getting rid of everything you don't need. Start going more toward a minimalist type lifestyle and start working your way toward a fasting protocol that you can maintain when this thing is all over. Because then you're going to be poised when this is over to live a healthier, happier life without having so many things in your way or so many roadblocks and having to worry about so much stuff and having to worry about meals coming all the time. If you teach yourself and train yourself how to go on less food for longer periods of time, your body will acclimate, you won't need as much food, and if you improve your gut health, that's a big thing, your body will digest food better and you won't even need as much food to survive or maintain your lifestyle, and you're going to have more energy, you're probably going to lose weight, and you're going to feel lighter, and you're just going to be a better, well-rounded person all the way around. Everybody wins. Healthy, happy human being is what you'll end up being. So, that's my plea to you, and that's all I got to say for now. So practice those towel drills. Let me know if you have any questions or comments about anything that I had to say. Make sure to try to get 8 hugs for 8 seconds today if you live with people that you're allowed to be within proximity of. Always live in the present moment. Always. That's not even a question. Do at least one good deed every single day without any expectation of anything in return. And also, try to pick up at least one piece of trash. And I guarantee if you walk out your door right now, if you count 10 paces, you could probably find a piece of trash within 10 paces. That's my guess. So if you're going to the grocery store for your necessities, essentials, or the post office, don't look hard for a piece of trash. You don't have to. Just look on the ground, and I guarantee you're going to cross a piece of trash on your way. Pick it up, throw it in a receptacle, wash your hands when you get home, and you're good to go. That's all I have for now. This is K-Rail reporting live from Park City, Utah. Please let me know if there's anything else I can do for you, and keep the positive chi flowing. We have the ability to make global change. Just know that.